Hey everybody, it's Teresa. Welcome to my channel. I'm going to make a bracelet today, and I'm going to use some of the beads that came in my most recent Beebeecraft order. I'll put a link in the corner of this video and in the description box below to the video where I opened my order and showed everything that came in it. I got a whole lot of beads this time. I have a coupon code. It's Teresa10, and I'll put it on the screen here and in the description box below, along with a link to Beebeecraft's homepage. The coupon will save you 10% off your order if you make an order with them. In here I've got 4 different colors. The green, that's kind of a teal, I think, the red, and the purple. These are all, they're called baking painted glass pearl beads, pearlized. They're 3 to 4 millimeters, and I got 20 strands of them. So these are 4 of the colors that I got. These are some 4 millimeter glass pearl beads from my stash. This is a toggle clasp that I got in a Beebeecraft order a few orders ago, and I've got a couple of 8/0 silver, galvanized silver seed beads I'm going to use to attach my clasp to my bracelet, and I'm going to be using some Miyuki 11/0 galvanized silver seed beads. I've got a size 12 beading needle, and I'm going to be using my 6-pound wire line and smoke. The only thing I'm going to be using for tools is my cutters to cut my fire line and my thread burner to burn down the ends when I cut it off. I think that's everything. I'll try to put links to everything I can find links for in the description box below. So hold on, I'll get some of this out of the way and I'll be back. Okay, I've got all of my beads out here, and I've got my needle threaded, and I've got a stop bead, and I'm just leaving enough of a tail to hold on to because I'm going to put my clasp on right away. This is going to be a bracelet. It's going to be flowers. I don't know if you'd actually call it a daisy chain. It's not really the typical way you make daisy chains, although there's many ways to make the daisy chain bracelet. But I guess it'll look like little daisies when I get done. This time of year, I always want to make these little flower bracelets. I always get the urge to do that this time of year. So these beads, they said 3 to 4 millimeter, but they're closer to 3 millimeter. And I tried using one of them for the center of my flower, and it wasn't big enough, so that's why I got these 4 millimeter white beads out of my stash, and they are 4 millimeter, so they're just a tiny bit bigger than these colored beads. So I'm going to pick up 6 of my purple beads. I'm going to bring them all down to my stop bead. And I'm going to sew around all of them again. Just going to sew around until I get back to my stop bead. Now I'm going to put an 11/0 between all these beads. And you can pick up your 11/0s at the same time that you pick up your bigger beads if you want to. It'll just make your circle bigger. And for what I'm doing for these little white beads to fit well in the middle, I needed to make my circle not so big. So that's why I wait and put them on after I put the bigger beads on. I'm just going to keep putting these between my bigger beads. My stop bead. I don't want to sew my stop bead into my bracelet here. Be careful not to do that. Okay, so I've got an 11/0 between all my beads now. Now I'm going to go into this 11/0 and I'm going to go ahead and put my clasp on. So I've got my ring part of my clasp on one of my 8/0s here. I'm going to pick up two 11/0s, my 8/0, my clasp, I'm going to come back into the 8/0, pull my thread down tight so there's no slack in it, pick up two more 11/0s, and I'm going to go into, well, I just can't seem to keep hold of this. Okay. Okay, now I'm coming out of my 8/0 here, and I started coming out of that 11/0. I'm going to skip that pearl there. No, I'm not. I need it to be centered, so I'm going to go back into the other side of this 11/0 that I started in. Now I'm going to go back up these two 11/0s in my 8/0, back into my clasp, back down into my 8/0 and the two 11/0s on the other side, back into this 11/0 between my bigger beads. I'm going to go around all that again, up these two 11/0s, the 8/0, back into the clasp, back down into my 8/0, and the two 11/0s on the other side, and back into this 11/0. Now I'm going to put my white 4mm bead in the center now. I'm going to pick it up. I'm coming out of the top of this 11/0 here. I'm going to find the opposite 11/0 and go in the other side of it, go in it diagonally. Pull my thread through and make sure my little center bead lands in the center there. Now I'm going to go back up my center bead, and now I'm going to go into that 11/0 from the other side. So I started coming out of the top. I'm going to go in the bottom. I'm just going to go on through that little pearl in that 11/0. My needle wanted to go through there, so I'm just going to let it. My stop bead out of the way. So that makes my first little flower. Now I'm going to sew down here till I get down here to this 11/0 so I can make my next unit. I'm going to sew through the pearl and the 11/0. And this pearl and this 11/0, which is the one opposite my clasp. Now I'm going to make a little right angle weave unit to go between my flowers. So I'm going to pick up 3 11-ohs. I'm coming out the bottom of that 11-oh. I'm going to go on the top of it. I think. The needle don't want to go in there. There we go. That. Now I'm going to sew back around all this again. I'm going to sew around until I'm going to sew around all this again and come back out where I'm coming out now. Now I'm going to cut off this stop bead. And I just realized my thread burner is in the other room, so I can't burn down my thread, so I'm just going to have to cut it off. Okay, so I got my first little flower made. Now I'm going to make another color. I'm going to do my blue or teal or whatever this is here. So I'm going to pick up 6 of my little beads here. Those are stuck together. Those are stuck together. That happens sometimes. The paint gets, they get stuck together. They're real easy to get apart. You just kind of take your scissors and cut them apart. But I'm pick up 6 of these. Now I'm coming out the top of that 11. Now I'm going to go on the bottom of it. I'm going to go around all these beads again. Now I'm going to go up into this bead here and put 11-ohs between all my big beads. Make sure that pops down in there. That one's not wanting to do that. Okay, now when I put this last one in, I'm going to go on into that connecting 11-oh. Pick up one of my center beads here, my white bead, and well, I can get it on my, okay, we'll try another white bead. That one's just being irritable and didn't want to go on my needle. Okay, now I'm coming out the bottom of that 11-oh. I'm going to go across here to the opposite 11-oh and go on the top of it. and pull it down there. I'm going to go back into the white bead. And I'm going to go on the opposite side that I started in here. I started coming out the bottom, so I'm going to go in the top. Push my little center down in there. I'm going to go sew around until I coming back out this 11-0 opposite my connecting 11-0, opposite my little right angle weave connection I made. Now if you're using beads like I am, they're a little bit bigger than your the petals of your flower. They'll kind of stand up like that a little bit on one side. So you just want to make sure that they're all standing up on the same side, which I guess I would consider to be the top of the flower. So now I'm coming out of this 11-0 here. I'm going to do another right angle weave unit to connect my flowers. So I'm pick up 3 11-0s. Coming out the top of that 11-0, I'm going to go on the bottom of it. I'm going to sew around all that again. Until I'm coming out the one at the tip here. Now I'm going to do my next color, so I'm going to pick up 6 of these red beads. Now I'm coming out the top of that 11. Now I'm going to go on the bottom of it. I'm going to go around all these beads again. I've got my thread's got wrapped around itself there. Okay. Around all these again until I get back to my connecting bead. And now I'm going to go up into this first red bead. Now I'm going to put an 11-0 between all these beads. Now I'm going to go back into my connecting 11-0 there. Now I'm going to take one of my white beads. I'm coming out the bottom of that 11. I'm going to find the opposite one and go on the top of it. Make sure that I'm on the side where the white bead is kind of poking out, but if it's not, you can push it through with your finger. I'm going to let that fall down in there. I'm going to go back through my white bead. And I'm going to go on the opposite side of this 11-0 that I started in. I started coming out the bottom of it, so I'm going to go on the top of it. And now I'm going to sew around here till I'm coming out this 11-0 opposite my little connecting unit. So I got 3 of my flowers now, so I'm just going to keep doing this. I'm going to make another right angle weave unit with my 11-0s and then do my next color. Of course, you don't have to do all these different colors. If you want to just do it all in one color or 2 colors or 3 colors, whatever you want to do. But I'm using 4 colors here. And when I get it done, when I get to the length that I want, I'm going to put my other side of my clasp on just like I did this one. So when I get back, I'll be done and we'll see what I've got. So I'll be back. Okay, I'm all done now. Here's my little colorful little daisy flower bracelet. It's not hard to do at all. It's a pretty simple bead weaving project. Like I said, this time of the year I always get the urge to make these little flower bracelets. When I set up at craft fairs, they're really popular with the little girls. Well, they're popular with the women too, though. Everybody likes these little flower bracelets. So that's what it looks like all put together. Like I said, if you decide you want to make an order with Beebeecraft, that coupon code will save you 10% off your order if you make an order with them. I hope y'all have enjoyed this video. As always, thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate those of you who have subscribed to my channel and watched my videos and liked and commented on my videos. I have a website where I sell my jewelry. I also sell gift cards and some extra beads and findings that I have. It's Teresa's Handmade Jewelry, and I'll put a link to it in the description box below in case you're interested, along with a link to my Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and my email. If you haven't, I'd really love it if you'd subscribe and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I upload a new video. So until next time, I hope y'all have a great day. Take care.